what it is, what's happening. Well, I just thought I'd give a little update video, what's going on. I am beat, I am wore out. I'll tell you, back there is a 12 Sonic that I'm doing a motor in, and fortunately I didn't get any time to spend on the wrecker project. Although last week I did manage to get this floor put in, the other floor came in, I got the front cab support on. I just got to finish welding up this side, and this side's done, and then I'll move on to the other side. But it's coming along nicely. We did pressure wash the truck over the weekend. We got the frame all cleaned up. Got the firewall cleaned up. Yes, the wood is actually holding the front of the cab up for now because I got to move this thing out of my way so I can work on some stuff that I drug in over the weekend. Tell you, I'm just beat, wore out. Timing chains. This is actually kind of funny. 07 Pontiac G6, 2.4, toted in for timing chains. I think this Malibu's a 10, I think. 2010 Chevy Malibu, 2.4, toted in for timing chains. Both on the same day. Thought that was kind of funny. Figure my GM lovers would love that. But yeah, just been real busy, man. I mean, just we're busy at the day job. I'm just busy here. When I get home, the heat, it's just drug everything out of me. I'm just wore out. But I like to at least try to put an hour or two in. I'm actually getting ready to move this wrecker with that wrecker. So I can get this up to the door and take a quick look at it, make sure it didn't bend any valves or anything, which I don't think it did. Took the valve cover off last night. Looks okay. So those jobs that I drag in here is what funds these projects. So, is what it is. But like I said, I hate the term rat rod, but the rat wrecker, it's coming along pretty good. I'm really happy the floors fit. For aftermarket floors, they fit pretty good. I spot welded them in, and then I'm going to weld it up underneath on the seam underneath, and then I'm just going to seam seal it, coat it, paint it. I'm not restoring this truck, so I'm not really 100% care if it's not 100%. Some guys are like, oh, I'd put a cab on it. That's not what I'm doing with this truck. I'm not restoring it. Now, as far as front sheet metal goes, I have new inner fender wells, new rad support. I'm going to fix the bottoms of the doors because I want to keep the patina to the truck, which really isn't much patina. It's mostly just rust. The bed's really rusty, but this thing's not, the bed's not rotted out, and it's not all bent up and beat up. This truck actually only has... not that it really matters because the motor's going. But I looked at the title the other night because the odometer says 64,000. I said, that can't be right. It's on the title. This truck actually only had 64,000 miles on it. Now the motor's going, so does it really mean anything? Not really, because I'm replacing all the brakes, tires, and I'm putting a different motor in it. So it doesn't really mean anything, but that's kind of neat that it only had 64,000. All that means is it didn't really get worked or abused or... And it shows it's not all bent up. I mean, if I was looking to restore a truck, this bed would be a great candidate because it's nice and straight and it's not all rotted out. So if this bed was sandblasted and prepped, this would be a really nice bed. But what I'm building, it'll still be cool. I don't know if when it's all said and done, if I'm just going to flat clear it or clear it. I don't know yet. I haven't made my mind up. I'm back and forth. Some guys don't like the clear on the rust. Some guys like the flat clear. Some guys put less oil on it. I'm not doing any of that because any of those oils and stuff you put on, after a couple rains, it washes it off. This truck's going to be outside. So I want something a little better than just oil or something on it. You know what I mean? Now the deck of the floor, the deck of the bed, the floor of the bed, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to paint that. We're going to paint that like a battleship gray. Going to repaint the front bumper, and then I'm going to paint the wheels. So like some stuff will be painted and look really new, and then some of the truck will be just left ratty, which is the whole look I'm after. There's a hole in the fender. I'm going to cut the rust out, treat the metal, and then I'm actually going to make a patch out of a license plate, either pop rivet it on or screw it on. And I want that look so that it would look like, what would they have done if the truck was a real junkyard truck? Just patch it up, you know? I want that look. Although the truck isn't going to be patched up, it's going to have new motor, brakes, brake lines, yada, yada, yada. Everything will be new about it. But the truck's going to look ratty. That's the look I want. I'm going to put my name on the door and like auto salvage or something like that on there. So that's really all that's going on. I just figured I'd do a little quick video because a couple guys asked me, what have you been up to? What's going on? He heard from me for a hot minute. That's really what's going on. I mean, just been busy and tired. Sunday we had to, unfortunately I told everybody Sundays I'm off, but Sunday we had to tow this in that Malibu. So that ate up our whole afternoon. Although I did get, for my 79 Ranchero, I have a parts car out back. I did finally get the fender and the inner fender well and the header panel, which is laying in the back, off the parts car. I sent the fender, the inner fender well, and I bought a radiator support out of South Dakota to fix this Ranchero. I sent the radiator support out and had them getting them sandblasted. The radiator support's really nice, but the inner fender well is going to need some repairs. I mean, there's just not many of these cars around, and they all have the same rust issues. And this is a really nice car. I think it's worth fixing. It's a really nice car. This car has 42,000 original miles documented on the title. It does have a dent in this quarter that needs to be fixed. But I mean, this is a really nice car. It's a good running car. 351 Windsor. Looks to be a FMX Trans. But this car has got power windows, power locks, tilt, cruise, AC that works. I mean, it's just a nice car. So I think it was worth fixing. I got all the front suspension straightened out. So the car's, I got to go through the brakes. I think that's why the guy wrecked the car. Hallie wrecked it. What's kind of funny is if you Google 79 Ford Ranchero GT, this car comes up. This car was for sale 7 years ago in North Carolina. I found a video on YouTube. And if you go on YouTube and type in 79 Ford Ranchero GT, this car comes up. And if you got some spare time, do it. It is amazing what this car looked like. I mean, the car looks really good. But man, I'll tell you what, this thing was gorgeous. I mean, there wasn't a speck of anything on it. I mean, the guy does a really nice video. It looks like it's a car lot that sells and deals in older cars. And it was in North Carolina. But it was a beautiful car. I mean, it's still a really nice car. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to make a daily out of it. It's never going to be 100%. It is what it is. I just want to make a daily out of it. I think it's a cool car. So I'm going to get ready to move this stuff around before it rains or gets dark on me. Get a chance, holler at your boy. Catch you on the next one. Oh, hit that like and subscribe button here on that there YouTube channel. Deuces, I'm out this bitch.